Hello and welcome. This is the GameTime Gazette. This is your host Isaiah Aneni. I thank you for joining in. It's made a great decision tuning into this podcast. We talk all sports and all types of fun. So without further ado, let's get ready and let's go. Alrighty guys, welcome back to the GameTime Gazette. This is your host Isaiah Aneni. Glad to have you guys all back on another day. It was a fun day of sports yesterday. I always say that. I always say it's a fun day of sports. I know some of you are wondering, is it a fun day of sports every day for real? Honestly, it was a fun day of sports yesterday. We had some good matchups. I guess like one or two great matchups. But if I'm gonna be completely honest, it could have been better. Slate could have definitely been better. Looking at the games that happened. Let's quickly look. I forget what happened, but there was a few stinkers yesterday for sure. Definitely a few stinkers. There was Pistons versus Heat. That was close though. Pistons but stinker. Seen Hawks against Knicks. No, that was Tuesday. I'm sorry. Yes, Grizzlies versus 76ers. I mean, for all you 76ers and Grizzlies fans out there, yeah, that was, both of your teams right now are not playing really well. Actually, it's a perfect place to start right there. Right there. You see, just the collaboration. You just turn on the NBA, see what's happening in the association. Don't need to be able to know everything. Just got to know what's happening in the association, and then you get an idea of where to go from. And we just got an idea of where to go from. So we're going to start with the Philadelphia Sixers and the Grizzlies game. I choose this game not because of the winner, not because somebody scored. Jaren Jackson Jr. had a great game, 37 minutes, 30 points, 11 rebounds. That's a great stat line there for him. Who else had a good game in this matchup? Kelly Oubre Jr. Forget his nickname. I forget Kelly's nickname. Something about surfing. Something about surfing or something like that. I forget it though. It's interesting though, right? It's interesting. Let me just get this down a little bit more. I feel like you guys can't see my face properly. Maybe you can. I need to turn my camera a little bit. Can't see it. It's okay. But yeah, I don't choose this game because of any particular stats, the winner or loser. I choose this game because I want you guys to see something. Let's go most improved player NBA. It's 2024. Ooh, this one is the one that I seen a graphic of this, and it surprised me. It surprised me because, even though most improved player, it's not an award that, obviously it's not the MVP, not the defensive player of the year, not the rookie of the year, but this is still an important award, especially if you're a basketball savant. You're looking at Pascal won this award one time, Paul George won this award one time. Future superstars win these awards, right? I feel like Sabonis won this award one time. I forget. Okay, this is the list right here. This is the list. Yeah, Lauri Markkanen won. John Morant, Julius Randle. I'm confused why they say 2013 there. That kind of threw me off. That's why it took me a little bit. It took me a minute to say, the Lauri Markkanen one. But yeah, Lauri Markkanen won last year. John Morant, Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, Pascal Siakam, Victor Oladipo, Giannis. That's the guy I forgot. Giannis won the most improved player as well, 2017. Just before he won those, MVPs and finally being able to make it to the finals, all of that, and CJ McCollum, Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic. Those are the last 10. All great players, right? So this is an award that really introduces not only the NBA, but the fans. Well, obviously the NBA knows, this player is most improved. But the fans, for sure, especially the casual fans out there, that this guy's next, that this guy's, from last year, where you would be averaging 9 or 8 or something, have that boost. And this guy's next to be a star level player, or just, a great rotational fit that he'll have an impact on your team. And, for a lot of years to come. All these guys on this list, even if you look at the two guys, let's say Goran Dragic and Victor Oladipo, the two guys that had the most not gonna say misfortune, but just not. They weren't able to do what they set out with their teams, right? Victor Oladipo, obviously because of injuries and other things as such, and Goran Dragic, same thing. And then age, obviously, age getting the best of him as well. And then just play style as well. Can't really shoot the ball, this and that. But those two guys still very great rotational pieces when they were still serviceable. Obviously, Goran Dragic is retired, but when they were in the league. Great rotational pieces is guys you'd like to have on your team to help you contribute to winning. So I bring this up because, and I don't bring this up, and I'm not saying this because of like Maxey isn't deserving of it right now, right? Or he isn't deserving of it when he receives it, because he's had a great boost. He's had a great season. I want to look at the stats from last season to this season, and then let's move on from there, right? 2023 season. We're gonna get that. Let's see this. So he averaged. Okay, so he averaged in 33 minutes per game. He averaged 20 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, under a steal. Not bad. 2024. He's averaging 26 points, 6-point boost. 6 assists and let's say 4 rebounds. Let's round up because we rounded up with the assists or the rebounds in the first one. So just a 6-point boost advantage, 3-point rebound advantage, or 4-point rebound. No, 3-point rebound advantage. No, 4-point rebound advantage because we're rounding up, right? 4-point assist advantage, or 2-point assist advantage. Sorry. Oh, no, it's the 3-point assist advantage. And then I guess it's just a one rebound, or I guess half a decimal rebound advantage. Something like that. I don't know. But looking at it, right, it's not that it's been the biggest boost of all time where he was averaging 9 points per game last season or something. We haven't known about Tyrese Maxey. Like, not being, like, this isn't, we've known about Tyrese Maxey for a few years now, and the reason that I would also not give him, or he's not my number one right now for most improved player, just looking at the way the 76ers have played without Joel Embiid. Looking at let's look at that. We were just on StatsMuse, right? So let's go on StatsMuse. Philly without Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid's name is the weirdest to spell, bro. Like, I always get it wrong, especially because it's Embiid, and like you're trying to like sound it out in your head like Embiid, Embiid, but you could put Embiid, like you could spell it so many Embiid. I don't know. You can spell it out a lot of ways, though, and it always messes me up. But Philadelphia without Embiid 2024. Record. You want the record out there. I don't want to read and go through every single game. Oh, wait, what the? Without Philly record. I need one without him. What's been going on? Oh, my goodness. 76ers record without Embiid. 2024. Wow, this is just such. We have to be so specific. Oh my goodness, and we finally got it. Eureka! we achieved it. We finally got it. Okay. The Philadelphia 76ers have a 9-19 record without Joel Embiid this season. 10 games under 500. Obviously, you look at the Philadelphia 76ers, this is not just Tyrese Maxey's fault, but you look at the Philadelphia 76ers, who are you going to tell me the alpha is without without Joel Embiid? You're going to tell me it's Tobias Harris? It's Tyrese Maxey. It's Tyrese Maxey, man. And, that's why, for me, that most improved player, even though, he bumped his points up 6 points. and he is doing a little bit more off ball. I just don't see that dog in him without Joel Embiid, who had the perfect opportunity to show that improvement for real in this stretch without Embiid, in these 30 games without Embiid. He had that opportunity to show most improved player for real. And in my opportunity, he has it. There's been a lot of games. I've watched a few of these Philadelphia 76ers games in these last few weeks, and there's been a few games where at the end of the game, you need Tyrese Maxey. I feel like they're reversing the Bulls 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago. And they needed, you need Maxey to have that take the ball. It's not Tobias Harris time. Tobias Harris is a third, he's the third option. He knows he's the third option. When Joel Embiid's out, he's the second option. But looking at against the Bulls against the Hawks. Sorry, it was against the Hawks. Tyrese Maxey needed to take over at the end. They had an opportunity to win that game. They were up in that game as well. Had an opportunity to win that game, close it out. Tyrese Maxey, take the ball, be aggressive, get us this dub, get us these buckets, let's go home with a dub. They didn't end up doing it. Why? It's because he wasn't aggressive enough. A lot of passive plays made by Tyrese Maxey in that fourth quarter, where we're seeing Trae Young go to the line, get the 3-point shots, open up the shot for his teammate, not just bring down the ball up or bring up the ball from the other side of the court, pass it off as soon as you get to the other side. That's what was happening. Maxey wasn't creating any plays. He wasn't playmaking. He wasn't, he wasn't scoring the ball. He wasn't impacting that end of the game. And to me, as obviously this isn't for MVP, so we're not looking at they're not winning with that. But to me, when Joel Embiid goes out, this is where you show your improvement. This is where you show your growth. This is where you show, okay, this is the strides that I have made in this season that make me worthy to receive the most improved player award. Because there's other players. Because in my opinion, I don't want no other video to be playing, but in my opinion, we're looking at Kobe White. He had such a big improvement from last season, from 9 points per game, under 10 points per game, all the way up to what's he averaging this season? Let's get back onto Stats Muse. Headphones are really annoying today. I'm not gonna lie. Really annoying, but let's see what it is. Kobe White. 2020, 2023, 2024. He's averaging 19 points per game. That's a 10-point difference. That's a 10-point difference right there, and just looking at let's see if we can get some more. No. I was gonna look at his previous years, but that is what most improved player is to me. And we're looking at it. Let's look at what the exact odds are right now. January 12th, Tyrese Maxey, he was minus 239. Yeah, I don't know. Even Scotty Barnes, man. Scotty Barnes, before he got injured, obviously, I would have put over Tyrese Maxey, bro. The leaps and bounds. Scotty had true improvement to his game. That 3-point shooting that he added this year, very, 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 apparent that he improved. Not only the points per game, but the percentage went up as well for 3-point shooting. He's just shooting much better, right? I seen it there. But Kobe White, Jalen Williams, man. Jonathan Kuminga, Sangoni Mooney. Let's see what Sengun's been doing in these last 2 games, man. Alperen Sengun. How we we look at Tyrese Maxey and you look at name. But let's look at what some other players are doing right now. And guys that aren't getting a lot of love because their team sucks. The Houston Rockets stink to me. Make all them accusations or whatever you say in the offseason and weren't able to. They're still what? They're what? There are a few games below 500 right now. A few games below 500. Let's look at the standings real quick. The Rockets are in 12th place in the West, and they are 8 games below 500. So, on a bad team. Granted, that is for sure, But it's not because of Sengun. Sengun is averaging 21 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists on 58% true shooting. These last 5 games, he's averaged 24, 11, and 5. In these last 2 games, though, most especially these last 2 games that I've kept in, that Wemby, that Rockets versus Spurs, if you guys follow me on Twitter at the GameTime Gazette or the GTG Podcast HQ, one of those two. We talked about both of these games. For the San Antonio game, I was posting a lot of highlights because obviously it's Wemby Rama. Wemby Rama. That's what we're gonna call this season. It's Wemby Rama. It's like a circus. That guy is crazy. Like, he's an attraction that you want to come see. He's my player put into real life. He is a video game character come to life. So, looking at that game, I had to watch that game, and then Sengun locked him down. Wemby stopper, Wembarama stopper. You know what I mean? Like, Wemby had like 10 points, something like that. Sengun had. Let's look at the points. Where's the points on this? Oh, I'm getting too close. Where's the points on this? Don't have points on this. This is weird. Points right here. Yeah, he had 45, 16, and did he have a triple double in this game? No, he had 45, 16, and 3 in the San Antonio game. They got the dub there, and he had 45, 16, and 3. He was balling. I was showing the highlights on the GameTime Gazette on Twitter. Follow it. I show highlights of every sport every day. We did Champions League, NBA last night. We'll do F1 today or this weekend. MMA, Sean O'Malley, Chito Vera. It's gonna be a good one. We're gonna post a lot of highlights of the UFC this weekend too. So follow me on Twitter, the GameTime Gazette. But 45, 16. He had 10 defensive or 6 offensive rebounds. Plus 18, plus minus on the court for the whole day or for the whole game. Wemby stopper. I feel like I'm repeating myself here, but he had an amazing game. And then come against the Clippers. He had 23, 19, and 14. 19 rebounds and 14 assists. I mean, this guy is, and I tweeted it out. I'm like, baby Jokic, baby Joker. Because the passes that he makes, the shots that he makes, the type of rhythm that he has to his game where he's not sped up, he's taking his time, and it's going to be you that's going to have to, be frustrated with knowing that he's still going to get his bucket, still going to get to his spot. He has that type of craftiness, movement to his game. I came out baby Jokic. He moves exactly the same like him, but Sengun, for sure, he's another option for, even though the team stinks, man. Like, let's not get it wrong, the team stinks. But that's another reason why Maxey and the Sixers stink without Joel Embiid. So, like, you know what I'm saying? If you're telling me that that's going to be a reason, it's not really a reason, because 9-19 without Joel Embiid, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's not really a reason, even though the Rockets do stink. I'd give it to Jalen Williams. On the OKC Thunder. Obviously, let's see what he did last season. But obviously, I think last season was his rookie year. 2023 stats. So, can't really put. But even then, like, it was his rookie season. Had a phenomenal rookie season. 14.1 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3.3 assists in 75 games. Played a lot of games as well. That's really good. It's really good. 14.1 points, man. I mean, that's what you want from your rookies. That's what you want. It shows an understanding of the game. It shows that they're able to score the basketball. Obviously, they're coming in. What was his shooting percentage as well? 52% from the field. That is really, really fucking good, isn't it? I mean, that is just phenomenal. for a rookie season too. You know, a plus minus doesn't really matter. OKC wasn't great last year, but then you look at this year, that's really good. You know, for all the casual fans out there, usually, you know, for a rookie, especially if you're not a Wembanyama, if you're not a LeBron James, the shot selection or the shot opportunities are going to be down for sure. For sure. I mean, if you're top 5 picks, you're going to get your opportunities because the team you're coming in sucks. They stink. They need you to shoot the ball. They need you to score because the guys that were doing it last year weren't doing it well. That's why they got the top 5 pick, right? So, yeah, usually the top 5 picks, exceptions. Even then, your shot opportunities are low for sure. I mean, Wembanyama this year started off the year, shot opportunities were low. And it's because you're trying to learn the game. So if you're getting 15 points per game, it shows that you could, with the opportunities given to you, you're maximizing the opportunities given out. They're not giving, you know, the ball 15, 16 times a game to be able to go score 20, 25. You know what I mean? They're giving the ball 10 times, 11 max. Do what you can with that, and you know, as much more trust that the organization, players, teammates get around you, the more time you get the ball. And for Jalen Williams, that's what happened from this year into from last year into this year, as he is averaging 19.3, 4.5 assists, 4 rebounds in 56 games this season. Field goal percentage is a little better too. Not a lot. Marginally though, I mean, if you're shooting better than 50%, you get it marginally better. That's even better. What are we even talking about? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's not a big boost. I didn't know he had such a great rookie season. I thought he averaged, you know, under 10 points per game, but 14.1 points per game for a rookie season. That's just great. That's actually phenomenal. Like, you know, not everyone's gonna be LeBron and Wemby and all these guys that average 20 points coming in. It's a farce. It's not something you're gonna see every day. I'm not gonna lie to you, you know. And even if it does happen, like now more often on a yearly basis, where that one guy comes in, he's averaging 20. It's just because of the way the game has become. You know, defense has taken a step back, offense has taken a step forward in the NBA, but it's a farce. Like, that doesn't really happen. You know, on 50%, 52% shooting as well. Really good field goal percentage. It's a farce. Yeah, I guess that's why he's kind of, you know, what is he now, in third, fourth for this award, Jalen Williams? It looks like he is, okay, at this moment right now, Tyrese Maxey, from the 29th of February, Tyrese Maxey is minus 485. You actually telling me you believe that Tyrese Maxey's a minus 485 favorite for the most improved player? Come on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Come on. No way. If you're telling me minus 120, he has to show us so much more. I mean, Kobe White, he bumped up his point averages by 10 points. 10 points on average he's gotten more this year than he did last year, right? And he's plus 800, plus 850 at second. Jalen Williams plus 1450 at third. Jonathan Kuminga plus 1700, and Alperen Sengun plus 1900. I'd even put Sengun above Kuminga. That's really confusing. I'm not gonna lie. Kuminga, even though he's having a great season, you know, took a boost as well. Let's see what Kuminga did from this season to last season. A cum bucket. 2023 stats. Yeah, he had a crazy dunk yesterday. They were playing the Bucks. Crazy dunk in like the first, second quarter. I tweeted it out, and I'm like, hashtag cum bucket. Went crazy. 9 points. Okay, yeah, I thought this is what Jalen Williams had last year. So, okay, Kuminga averaged 9.9 points, under 10 last season, 3.4 rebounds, 1.1 assists in 67 games. Well, let's see the shooting real quick. 52% shooting from the field. Pretty good. 2024, 15 and a half. Okay, yeah, I definitely put Sengun above Kuminga. You know, that one confuses me right there. Really does confuse me. I want to see what Alperen. I didn't type the whole thing. Yeah, let's see this, because What is that? 7-point boost for Sengun as well? Damn. Something like that. But I definitely put Sengun up there, above Kaminga. Yeah, that confused me right there. Really did confuse me. But yeah, no. Let me end this whole rant about Tyrese Maxey not being my pick for most improved player right now by saying, I'm taking everything. This is obviously just my opinion, but I'm taking everything that, I'd bet Kobe White. I'd bet a little on Jalen Williams. But Kobe White is my pick because 10 point improvement from last year to this year. Bulls would, suck even more without him. They haven't played really well this year. The Bulls haven't, but they'd be even worse without him. That's the truth. Tyrese Maxey, yeah, the 76ers would be even worse without him, this and that. But, just not seeing that dog and Tyrese with Joel Embiid out too, So, looking at those, I'd go plus 850 Kobe White. It has so much value. The Tyrese Maxey one doesn't have value to me. I don't know. If Tyrese Maxey wins this award, I don't know how he got a boost. Okay, so from the 22nd of February and then the 29th of February, Tyrese Maxey was minus 198. What happened in those 7 days? I made Tyrese Maxey go almost 300 line move, and then I don't know. That might be Vegas trying to take your guys' money, man. I don't know, man, because that's really confusing to me. And I wanted to really spend some time and talk to you guys about that today. And I wanted to talk some F1 silly season, as the season just started, but we're already in silly season. We're getting a lot of interesting news coming around F1. Obviously, you see what I just typed in, and then you see what just popped up. This is one of the most surprising ones. This is not laughing matter by any means. This is not silly season as well. This is the Christian Horner. Just that whole sexual harassment saga that went on in Red Bull. So this offseason, a Red Bull employee was accused Christian Horner of, sending explicit texts, sex texts. I guess that's how they put it, sex texts. Investigations went on. Season started a week ago, and before the season started, it was announced that Christian Horner was not going to be punished by Red Bull or anything like that. I guess saying that they did not find him with any wrongdoings, right? And then today, we're about to get into Jeddah. I think that's where they are this week, right? Let me see where they are this week. F1. No, we're in Bahrain. We're in Bahrain this week. And just before the race weekend again, the Christian Horner and Red Bull suspended the complaint. The women that complained, or the women that had the sexual harassment claim, the one that said that these things happened, they suspended her. And we're just seeing some weird stuff going on in that F1 world. And since Louis lost that 2021 title, I've always known F1 is a different sport. I've always known that F1 is a sport where, not only because it's a rich man's sport, but it's a sport where they're governed by their own rules, it's not as much as the FIA is there, and honestly, you don't know the situation too, right? Obviously we want to say this and that, but suspending her? I don't know. It's just a whole murky situation, right? And it's very, very surprising. Lewis Hamilton came out with a quote with, I'm guessing, is part of this, and it was, let me pull up the quote, because it's basically saying the same thing. It's basically saying the same thing that I'm saying. So Lewis Hamilton calls F1's recent controversies a pivotal moment for the sport. Simply what it is. We're not gonna do that. But yeah, he quote unquote Lewis comes. It's a really, really important time for the sport to show and stick to its values, hold ourselves accountable for our actions, and it's a really, really pivotal moment for the sport in terms of what we project to the world and how it's handled. I mean, yeah, like plain and simple, because you don't want to be a sport that doesn't govern fairly or just, or, you know, obviously we know Red Bull's at the top of the game right now. They're number one. They're number one in constructors. They have the number one car. But everybody's has to be. I mean, Red Bull did the investigation themselves, man. You know what I mean? Like, Red Bull did the investigation themselves, man. That's not in the NBA. If it happened, okay, obviously, let's say, player, I don't want to say the Raptors ever. No player on the Raptors would ever do that. Let's make up a team. A player on the Montreal Blue Lions. This is a made-up NBA team, because I don't want to put that on no man. I don't want to, speculate, say this is no man. So the NBA Blue Lions, and you got Yeti. Yeti's on the team. Yeti is accused for sexual misconduct. It's not just going to be the Montreal Blue Yetis or the Montreal Blue Lions, whatever I named them, that's going to do the investigation. The NBA is going to get involved. The NBA is going to carry out their own personal investigation. Cool. Montreal Blue Lions, you go ahead and do your investigation as well. We're going to need some information for, obviously collaborate. But we're gonna do our own personal independent investigation, because we're gonna get I'm speaking we as the NBA, we're gonna get the right information. We're not gonna just keep moving on, right? FIA, man, Red Bull did their own investigation. I'm gonna just leave it at that. No, I mean, it's disappointing, though. It's disappointing. Red Bull GmbH launched an investigation. That was in early February. Red Bull FIA, do something. FIA come out and launch this investigation. What are we talking about here? FIA, another governing body that is not Red Bull, do something. And then at the end of the day, you fire the woman that accused. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Who knows if she's lying? They didn't even fire her, but they suspended her. But I mean, isn't it the same thing? Why are you suspending her? All right. Yeah, there's been calls for transparency from the paddock. I mean, Mercedes Total Wolff, McLaren Zach Brown. Yeah, I don't know. Even reading this, it's the rest of the grid is like Red Bull did their own investigation. I don't know. What are we chatting about here? Red Bull did their own investigation. What? What? I don't know. All right, let's get to some happy news, man. As we get more information on this subject, though, obviously keep you guys involved, updated. I know most of you, most of our North American, most of my North American, obviously everybody that watches this podcast at the moment is in North America, I believe. I really don't know, but yeah, no. This is information. This is news that kind of leaks through. I mean, obviously me the GameTime Gazette, Isaiah and Nenny. I'm gonna keep you guys updated, so I'm updated on this. But this is some information that leaks through sometimes that for the casual fan, it'll be something that they would miss. So obviously that's why you keep up right here on the GameTime Gazette. I love it. I mean, that was you can't tell me that wasn't a great promo. That was a great promo. Great time for a promo as well. I mean, it just fits. Yeah. Come on, watch the GameTime Gazette. I'll keep you guys updated with all the things that you do not know. That's all. That's it. Let's get into a little bit of silly season. Yeah, before I end off today, because just wanted to talk. Max Verstappen might go to Mercedes, and that was a great segue, I guess, because we're seeing, I guess, Max Verstappen. I don't think he. I'm not gonna say I don't think he fucks with the way things have been going, but the talks, and it's been like, they've given out some quotes. I mean, Max said we'd never thought we'd see Lewis go to Ferrari when he was asked about him going to Mercedes. Why didn't he just say no? Toto said something about it's silly season, something like that in those lines, and it's like, Max Verstappen in a Mercedes? That'd be crazy, man. That'd be crazy. It's Verstappen and Alonso right now that are fighting for that seat. Alonso came out and said it. He's like, it's between Red Bull and Mercedes right now for me. He doesn't care. It's either he's putting pressure on Aston Martin to get a better car out there. And honestly, to be honest, with Fernando Alonso, you could see why. He's older. He's like, hey man, Mercedes, Red Bull. Yeah, let me go win a few titles. Let me go win a few races if I can. If I do say so myself. If I don't say so, or if I do say so myself. Yeah, he's a funny guy, Fernando Alonso. But seeing those two, and obviously we see that Lewis is going to Ferrari. This is silly season started at the beginning of the season, and after, Max Verstappen and that Red Bull, they won by 23 seconds in the last race, right? So this is all we have to look forward to, F1 fans. This is all we have to look forward to next season. At the moment, at least, the way it's looking with everybody else, McLaren's behind, Ferrari's behind. Ferrari said that they were running. They might be a little bit better this week. Just had a lot of reliability issues, problems coming in with the car. They weren't prepared with the car on time for the Grand Prix. So let's see, as the Grand Prix go on, let's see if they improve the car as well. That whole thing with Ferrari being not even close to Red Bull, but at least silly season is fun. We don't know where these guys are going to end up at, these drivers. We don't know what they're going to end up doing, but it's been interesting to see, and of course the after race debriefs and all of that, after practice debriefs are going to be so interesting to watch this season as the season continues to wane on, because not only the questions that are asked, but how are the drivers interacting with each other? I want to see how Max and George interact with each other when they're playing, or when they're in, getting interviewed together at a debrief after a race or something. You know what I mean? Or they're in the cool down room or something. I don't know if George Russell ends up getting in pole position or something this year, hopefully. But that'd be interesting because Max and George are friends. They're friends. Was watching the F1 Drive to Survive series, and in that new season, Max and George are playing, I think, pickleball in the summer with Alex Albon. They're all three. They're good friends. Obviously, Alex Albon probably not gonna go back to Red Bull. Alex Albon's another guy for, another sneaky watch for me to go to Mercedes. Obviously, if Verstappen and Alonso are available, I don't really see Alex Albon getting the chance, but if Mercedes doesn't really find a fit with both of them, Alex Albon That's my next option. Everyone was talking about Lando Norris. Obviously, Lando with, wanting to move on from McLaren. But I think Lando would probably go Red Bull. That Red Bull seat opens up. He'd probably go over there. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to Mercedes. Wherever he's going to go, there's going to be an improvement from where he's at right now. Obviously, it's going to be a Ferrari, or not Ferrari. It's going to be a Mercedes or Red Bull, right? But Alex Albon, that's my sneaky pick for that Mercedes seat. But as the season goes on, as we get more news, I'll keep you posted right here on the GameTime Gazette. I had an awesome day talking with you guys today. Sorry that I have my back turned on this. Had an awesome day talking with you guys today. I really enjoyed it. I really, really do enjoy this. I enjoy every day coming on this podcast and talking sports and talking life. Today, oh my gosh, I said I was going to talk about the Ryan Garcia thing, man. I always forget. And I teased you guys so bad with it yesterday, where I put it in the title. I put hashtags on it because it's trending. So I'm like, all right, let me just. And I teased you guys with it. But I guess we could talk about it really quick, right? So, does it a disservice? It does it a disservice. It's a whole thing. I really do hope that him and Devin Haney are still able to have his fight. That's happening just in a month or two. So I'm just really concerned about what's happening with Ryan Garcia, bro. It's a lot of things. Last week he said his account got hacked, and then this week it's about this and that. It's been a lot. And I guess, prayers out to Ryan Garcia. Hopefully he gets his mental state right back in tip-top shape. I mean, he's about to get into a fight with Devin Haney. That's a real big fight too for him and his career. After losing to Tank, you got to be able to win those type of fights against Haney. It's whoever loses that Haney-Garcia fight, it's just going to be on a back burner for a long, long time. Whoever wins is going to be able to get a much bigger boost, not only in fans, but able to go, all right, let's go fight again for another thing, get back with the big dogs, get another title. Let's pray for that guy. I pray for all of you as well. I mean, if you've reached to the end of this podcast, I thank you. I don't only thank you, but I ask you to leave a review, leave a comment, something that I said today, about something I said today. What do you think about it? What do you think about this podcast? What am I doing good? What am I doing bad? What can I improve on? What do you want to see better from a podcast? What would you like to see in a podcast? Right? And without further ado, it's been your host, Isaiah Aneni. This has been the GameTime Gazette. Remember, Jesus loves you. Don't ever forget that. Have an amazing day. If this is the last I see you for this week, have an amazing week and weekend as we're reaching that weekend. Thank God it's almost Friday. But I'll see you guys next time. It's been your host. Peace.